Hello and welcome everyone again to another video, and I know it's been too long, but yeah, tomorrow I should be live streaming after League's rotation and I will be playing Master League. But before we play Master League, let's just do a quick review. I know I made a video about the best teams in Master League 4 weeks ago, but the meta kind of changed now that more people will have more access to Necrozma, both forms. So it kind of makes sense to have another video because we need to add like those Necrozma teams. So like if you don't have them, you will be more aware. If you have them, you will have an idea of like some Necrozma teams. And I'm not gonna go like that deep dive into like the Master League meta, more like we're just going to look at the ranking and then like suggest some cool teams for you to spam in the Go Battle League and get some cool points when you climb the MMR, and hopefully you hit a new milestone. So Master League, the top 5 has still been the same: Palkia, Zygarde, Landorus, Dragonite, Giratina. Don't use Giratina, it's actually horrible, by the way. Palkia, Necrozma, Groudon. I don't think these things matter on Master League as much. I do have my own ranking, which if you look at here, leads, safe swaps, generalists, technically it's not like this because it's kind of different in Master League. Because now with the origins being a thing in the Master League, like the meta will be an origin Pokemon plus 2 things to beat the other origin Pokemon. So as an example, if you run Dialga, you need 2 hard answers to Palkia in the back. Sorry, you need 2 stuff in the back that beats what covers the Dialga from the Palkia teams. As an example, Palkia teams will have something like Lando, Xerneas, Ho-Oh, so you need something with Dialga that beat those. If you have Palkia, you need 2 stuff in the back that beats the Dialga. So that's kind of how it works. So among all these Pokemons, like a massive shout out to Landorus being like such an obnoxious Pokemon, like massively like just so OP, okay? Landorus is so OP. Landorus is actually, this might be a controversial opinion, but Landorus is actually better than Mewtwo. I hate to say it because Landorus has kind of like garbage moveset comparing to Mewtwo, because Mewtwo has Shadow, like as a second move, okay? We're talking about the second moveset. Mewtwo has Shadow Ball while Landorus is stuck with the Stone Edge. So technically, if they give him Rock Slide, I would say Landorus is as good as a Mewtwo, like moveset wise. But technically, because Sansir Storm, Landorus is just better in the current meta. Because even into Palkia, if you are up a shield, you beat Palkia with like a Sansir and a Stone Edge. Lugia has been back. Like Lugia got a nerf just because of the Sky Attack nerf when they tried to nerf Noctowl. But Lugia is actually back now, as it's still one of very, very few Pokemons that could beat Dialga sometimes in some cases. If they don't have the move, Lugia, you destroy Palkia, and the Mewtwo matchup is just so freaking good for the Lugia. That's because Lugia has some massive bulk. And Pokemon here that's worth mentioning, Solgaleo is still decent because now you could just run it with the Necrozma Solgaleo, like the Lion version of Necrozma, because you can run both, which is something I didn't expect to see, to be honest, because one Lion is already too much to handle, okay? Imagine having 2. What about Xerneas? Dude, Xerneas is a dog. There is no way a dog can hang around like lions, okay? Just move on, okay? So, like, there are some superior animals in this world, and the lions are one of them right now. Necrozma is actually you could say it's the best closer. What's the closer mean? Closer means like when shields are not down. Necrozma is the best Pokemon. That used to be like Dialga's role, but Dialga has like kind of better fast move pressure and like has better typing. But Necrozma's like coverage is just insanely good. Necrozma down shields, whenever shields are down, Necrozma, like the move on Necrozma, either forms just hit massively hard. And it's just a freaking good of a Pokemon, that's all I can say. Now, for the people who only have one Hundo, you evolve it into Downwing, the one with the wings. If you have 2 Hundos, that's where we settle down for. That's where you can just go for 2 forms. But if you have only 1 Hundo or 198, and for the wings, okay, I'm not gonna do a deep dive IV. You need 15, 15, 14 at least, okay? Hundo is better. For the Lion, you just need 15 attack. The Lion one is not as... You could actually go for like 15, 13, 13. While with this one, there is like a Dragon Breath breakpoint. If you have 14 attack, if you have 14 defense, you will take more damage from Dragon Breath, which is actually very, very bad, because that means you will take 25% more damage overall. Xerneas is still good, but I think Necrozma is just going to take Xerneas' place in the meta. Zygarde is still decent, but I would say that Zygarde is kind of like a downgrade to Landorus. Yes, I know it's 10 times bulkier and people will be complaining about like Landorus, but no, Landorus is actually better than Zygarde. So if you don't have a Zygarde, you could run Lando. If you don't have Lando, you could just run Zygarde. They kind of like play similar role, with the exception that Zygarde can beat Kyogre. Okay, Kyogre and Palkia. But like Lando can beat Dialga. So it's kind of like in that niche spot. So I'm just going to talk about the top performance. What's the difference between top performance and the top ranking? Top ranking is like the Pokemons do well against the entire meta, but the meta isn't more than 10 Pokemons. So the top performers, like the Pokemons that perform the best, like the 10 Pokemons. It's not 10, it's actually 8. Palkia Origin is still the best Pokemon, followed by Dialga Origin, Landorus, Solgaleo. I don't know where is Necrozma, why Necrozma isn't here, because Necrozma is only good in the Zero Shield, and those Pokemons perform better in the 1 and the 2. So, this guy here, it's actually like criminally underrated. People still don't respect the Tabo Blulo. And if my team used to be triple weak to Tabo Blulo, so every time I queue into Tabo Blulo, I just top left. I just leave the match. Just as simple as that. Uh-oh, if you have the Shadow, good news, it's actually better. Xerneas, decent. Zygarde, very, very good. So those are like the best Pokemon. So how do you build a team? You choose one. Like if you choose one here, like Palkia, you choose 2 stuff that beat Dialga. If you choose Dialga, you need 2 stuff that beat Lando and Ho-Oh. If you choose this, just run Dialga Palkia with it. Just as simple as that. The best team we still have is still the Palkia Shadow Ho-Oh with Landorus in the back. If you don't have Landorus, you could actually use Lugia. You could actually use both. But I prefer like not having Lugia here on the team for people, because some people use Xerneas and there is now Necrozma. So Necrozma into Lugia is kind of a scuffed matchup. So this is like still the best team, no doubt, okay? And if you have like a question on how to run this team with the Shadow Ho-Oh, there is a video on the channel, says from 2700 to Legend with Shadow Ho-Oh feat Pogo Fan. I recommend watching this video because the Kyogre in the back, it's not as straightforward as you may think. So I do recommend go watch this video, okay? If you want to run this team, go watch this video right now. You can stop here and watch this video later. Because like the Kyogre matchup, there is a specific way to play it. If you don't have either Origins, I do believe that this is the best team you could run. No Origins, like no Dialga, no Palkia, no Zygarde. You have to run Landorus with Lugia in the back, because Landorus struggle against the Mewtwo. It's actually like a very bad matchup. So you kind of have Lugia and Ho-Oh in the back to handle the Mewtwo's if you run into a Mewtwo. And Palkia is just extremely tough for this team to beat, let's just say it. The top 3 PvPoke team, which is like combined of the best 3 Pokemons on PvPoke. So the best Pokemon is Palkia, so we put it in the lead. Zygarde is the second, so we put it in the safe swap, and Landorus in the back as the 3rd best Pokemon. So that doesn't mean this team is the best, but this is like the top 3 PvPoke. It's like usually a safe thing to run, especially in the Master League. Now moving into some ABB teams, like people were running Palkia Double Fire, the first fire being Solgaleo. Now if you have the Duskmane, I think Necrozma Duskmane, Downwing is the one with the wing. This is Duskmane, I think. Okay, don't quote me on that. You could just replace it with Solgaleo because it has higher stats and it has Shadow Claw. And Shadow Claw is a much better fast move than Fire Spin. Fire Spin is just a horrible fast move, I do think. Okay, it's good in Great League sometimes on Shadow Marowak, but I would always choose Shadow Claw if I have to choose between both. And in the back, you could run either of the fire. You could actually just do double Lions, okay? The double Lions team is actually a wicked one. One of the just insanely flex. I call it insanely flex because I don't have this, I don't have this, I don't have this. I don't have any of these Pokemon. So how am I supposed to run it? I can't run it. Just as simple as that. But yeah, so what would you be running in the Master League? Well, I used to run the Dialga, Zygarde, Kyogre, and I hit Legend with this team last season, and I actually hit page 2 leaderboard using this team. So it's a very, very strong team, but above Legend Elo, it kinda sucks. I wouldn't say sucks, but it's kinda mediocre because Landorus in the lead is just people at high MMR like knows how to handle the matchups better. So Lando lead, people will always play it in a way where I can't flip it. But my new team, okay, my new team. Now I have a Hundo Necrozma. I can make it the Dusk Wings. The Downwings, the Downwings, and I'm gonna run it with Landorus in the back. My new favorite team, if I have all the Pokemons in Master League, would be Ho-Oh Double Dragons, sorry, and the Dragons both being Origins, or Necrozma Double Dragons. This is kind of like, should be the best team. This team kind of struggle against stuff that are spammy, but I would literally run it this way. Palkia gets shields down, Dialga being a good safe swap, Duskmane in the back. Why do I say Duskmane? Necrozma, Downwing as a closer. Because Necrozma is just the best closer, best safe swap, best lead. That's like literally the team. There is a version of the Dialga team I used to run with Lugia and Kyogre. Okay, I literally put this team because I feel like Lugia, people just don't respect it enough. And if you're looking for the Lugia team, I do believe that this is the best Lugia team. Dialga Double Psychic or Kyogre in the back. If you see like lots of Palkia in the back, just replace the Kyogre with a Mewtwo because the Mewtwo can handle Palkia better. It's like you don't win it, but you put the Palkia at a very low health. Another solid team, I wish I have Xerneas, because there are so many good teams I could run just by having Xerneas, but I don't have Xerneas. I tried, I think I am like 12 to 15 lucky traits on Xerneas so far, but we all know that lucky traits do not work, okay? Hopefully they one day make it 13, 13, 13 instead of 12, 12, 12, because throughout playing the game, I've been playing the game on daily basis since 2019, and I've only managed to get one good lucky trait. That's it. That's literally it, out of 300, 400 lucky traits. The nicest version. Nicest is a fellow Pokemon GO streamer. He used to stream a lot. He's from New York, and he's a whale. He's a Master League specialist. People used to call him Diamond Nicest because he's diamond. Like his skills is just as sharp and as firm as a diamond. So he used to run Mewtwo Double Dragon, and I think he said now screw it and run Landorus Double Dragon. Okay, Landorus being the lead, Dialga being the safe swap, and you pretty much end up always shield one shield here, one shield here. You don't shield this at all. If you don't have any of the Origins, this is another team you could run. I do think that Dragonite is criminally underrated. Dragonite, by the way, beats Palkia, so that's something you add to Dragonite, because Palkia throw at you Aqua Tails, you throw Dragon Claws, which is super effective. So you have 2 Dialga answers, you have 2 Palkia answers. Landorus is kind of tough, but Dragonite beats Landorus, okay? And yeah, that's pretty much it for the Master League teams today. Thank you so much for watching. This is the end of the video. If you like this video, make sure to leave a like. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, and see you in the next one. And make sure to tune into the next video, because the next video is going to be a new updated version of the top teams in the Great League remix, because I do believe the first one had a couple mistakes and I couldn't fix it because I was at New York doing my New York Go Fest. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Peace.